There it is. Periscopers, how is everybody? Ooh, that's dark. Just a little bit. How is everybody? I haven't periscoped in a while. I've been working on some exciting things to try and get more information out to you guys so that you can build your confidence, so that you can build your self-esteem, so that you can be a resilient you. I am Anita. Hey, Ayana. I am Anita, your living unashamed speaker and success coach. I don't know what to do about the light. It's kind of dark. What's up, Tiff? How you doing? I know I haven't scoped in a minute. I have been, like I said, working on some good things for you guys. I have uploaded to my website a confidence audio that I would like for everyone to download and let me know what they think. It's a quick audio that has 3 techniques to help you boost your confidence in 20 minutes. I give 3 techniques for how you can increase your confidence, your self-esteem, and I also include on the audio a way for you to figure out where and how you got stuck, like where your dream died. Oh, you downloaded it, Tiff! Yay! Let me know what you think. It's only about 20 minutes long. The content took me a minute to come up with because I like giving information and techniques that people can actually use and relate to, and things that I know work, whether I've used them myself or if I've used them with my clients in my counseling practice. But tonight, as the title said, I wanted to talk briefly. Oh, thanks. You're enjoying the blog also. Wonderful. Can you remember the latest title that you've read? Or just an aha or takeaway? A quick point, something that you really liked from the blog post? It was from Twitter. Okay, yeah, because I try and keep a lot of information flowing so that it appeals to people in various forms, whether it's Twitter, Facebook. And this audio thing is new for me. I'm trying that out. I understand. Hey, John, how you doing? I understand that it works for people now because audiobooks are more popular than they were back in the day, so forth and so on. But like the title says, let's get into tonight. Tonight is about fearlessness. I've heard a lot today, bumper stickers and so forth. Thanks for sharing. I've heard a lot today about, the sign said, live fearlessness, be fearlessness. As if fearlessness was actually a state of being, like fearlessness was something that you could actually achieve. And that's not true. That's a myth. Matter of fact, that's a lie. Fearlessness is not something that you can actually achieve. It just simply does not exist as a state of being. Fear, point 1, fear is an emotion. And fear can be a state of being in a very negative manner. People sometimes allow fear to manage their behavior, allow fear to make their decisions for them. But the fearlessness that they were referring to is being able to, or have the confidence and the self-esteem, the self-image to go after whatever it is your desire is or whatever your goal is, even though fear exists. So what happens though is that people hear the word fearlessness and they think that it's a state of being that actually exists. So they think they have to achieve that before they can move on to whatever their goal is, before they can sign up for a college class, before they can, hey Daphne, come on in, Miss Brown, before they can learn how to drive. I met an adult today that doesn't and had never learned how to drive. Before they can live on their own. I met another adult today. She's in her mid-30s and she has never lived on her own. She is in fear of living on her own, so it's not something that she's ever moved on. What happens though, because I am of the belief that you should always in your life be developing. You should always be working on becoming better as a person. Hey Alicia, how you doing? You should always be working on getting better or being better on something within your life. Whether you're trying to learn a foreign language, whether you're trying to figure out how to live on your own, whether you're trying to figure out how to learn how to drive. How you doing? Whether you're trying to learn how to cook. A lot of things that some of us may find simple. Hey Retta, how you doing? A lot of things that some people may find simple or easy to do. Others, they experience extreme fear with getting it done. Thanks Alicia for sharing with your followers. I'm just going through the word fearlessness, because I saw today a sign that said, be fearlessness, live in fearlessness. And it's a state of being. And I was going through the fact that that's a myth. It's a lie. Fearlessness is not something that actually exists. It's not an emotion that you can reach. You don't sit and wait until, fearlessness has arrived, so I think now I'll get to moving on, whatever that goes. I think now I'll get to moving on, maybe looking for an apartment for myself, or now maybe I'll get to looking at a college class to take. It's never going to happen. What does happen though, because like I was saying, you should always be in a state of developing yourself and growing in something and learning something new, stretching yourself in some area of your life. And in that area, whatever area you're stretching, let's say you are trying to learn a foreign language. And in that area where you're stretching yourself, you become nervous, or let's say public speaking. When you get up to speak in public, you get up to make a speech, you actually get, thanks for setting the record straight. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We have to. We have to, because there are not enough of us that are at the top. I am tired of Oprah being the only one in the room. There are not enough of us at the top. And that we're not there because of fear. We're not there because we are not taking on the challenges that are necessary to get there. We have to do it in fear. What happens is when you're stretching yourself and you're feeling fear, it's because you're experiencing something new and you're uncomfortable getting it done. But soon, the more you do it, just like it's a muscle that must be developed, the more you do it, the more it will become comfortable. And that new thing becomes an old thing. So you no longer experience as much fear doing it. You just get out there, you're growing, you're stretching, right? And you get out there, you get it done. You get comfortable in it, and then it's time to move to another level. It's time to move to, maybe instead of speaking in front of 50 people, now you're speaking in front of 500 people. And it continues to grow. We have to continue to grow as human beings. We have to. I am so over people that the climax of their life is either high school graduation or college graduation. And they think after that, there's nothing else that they're supposed to learn or do. Every person that they come in contact with, they treat that person like they are telling them something or teaching them something. They don't even hear the information that's coming towards them for them to learn something, because they put up this wall and they blocked everything as in, okay, I have reached my greatest level. I have arrived. Everybody else is below me because they're either younger than me or not as educated as me. Some people, let's keep it real, they're not, they think that, oh, well, they're not as pretty as me. But the wall is up and they don't receive any new information. So they never learn anything new. They never grow. And the same person that they are at 25, they're that same person at 35, 55, 65. It's time for us to realize it doesn't matter what your age is. 35, 55, 75, you have to keep developing and you have to keep growing, especially now. One, we have a lot of grandmothers that are raising children. The The grandmother's child, who is the parent of, let's say, grandmother, then the grandmother's daughter, let's say 35, and the child, let's say, is 4. Something happens to the mother, so now the grandmother has to then become the primary parent and raise the child. Okay, grandmother can't shut down. Grandma has to learn Instagram. Grandma has to learn Facebook. Grandma has to learn Twitter, or she is going to have monsters in her house for grandchildren, because she won't be able to apply any discipline or have any control over the situation. As children, they're going to run games because that's just what kids do. She needs to be able to stay on top of that. So we have to be able to continue to grow. We cannot let it, point 2, we cannot let it allow us to become frozen, stuck, or locked up. I say locked up because a friend of mine's son the other day, I said, what are you doing over there? He said, hold on, I'm buffering. As in, he was thinking. He used the term buffering as thinking. We cannot stop buffering. The process has to continue to move in our community, in our society, and our nation. We all have to take on the charge of continuing to grow, because fearlessness, yes, because fearlessness does not exist. It just simply doesn't exist. It's not going to happen. Don't sit back and wait for the feeling to hit you to say, okay, well, now I feel fearless, so maybe I'll do it. It's never going to get done. The greatest example of this that I can think of is, let's refer it to new mothers. So I've had a lot of friends through the years, and that first child, for us, the friends, the aunties, is always the roughest, because the new mother is so careful, because she is so fearful as a new mother. One mother, when we visited, this nephew was probably a month old, and when we all did the drop by, we were visiting, she had us put on cotton gloves to hold the child. If you wanted to hold your nephew, you had to actually put on some cotton gloves, because she wanted to protect her child so much. She didn't want him to have any skin rashes or any dirt from our hands to infect his skin or cause him to get sick, or so forth and so on. And you've seen it where new mothers will buy every gadget there is in Babies R Us for that new child, because, oh, I need this, oh, I need that, because they're so careful. That's fear. They're so careful. They don't want anything to happen to that child. Then by the time we get down to baby 2 and baby 3, girl, no, I have some stories to tell with some of my friends. By the time we get down to baby 2 and baby 3, they've relaxed a lot. You get over to the house and the child, month-old, might be in a onesie, in a diaper, and she just, hands it to you. Gone. You just walked in. Haven't even had a chance to maybe take off your coat or wash your hands. She's handing you that baby and she's moving on, because she's got 2 or 3 others in there running around that she has to get with. She's comfortable now. The first child is probably 2, maybe 3 years old. She's used to them falling. She's used to them trying to crawl around, pulling themselves up on things. She's gone from being in a state of fear to a state of being in her comfort zone, being a mother. Now let's talk about an activity. Just a quick activity that you can use, that you can use to probably learn how to at first identify what is causing the fear. Let's identify first what's causing the fear. And then once we identify it, that'll help us release that feeling of fear. And it'll help you manage whatever symptom the fear is giving you. Whether it's butterflies in your stomach, or your hands are trembling, or you have a speech to give and your voice is cracking really bad. You'll be able to manage it a lot better. So you have to learn how to identify and release the fear, manage the symptom or the effect of it, and then move forward and get it done afraid. Retta is actually, I I don't know how much of her story she's comfortable with me telling you, but I'll say this. She did her first Periscope within the last week or so. And everybody was so proud of her. Everybody gave her so many hearts, and we were so excited that she actually moved through her fear and did it afraid. And her first Periscope was phenomenal. It was so great. I understand now that Periscope is saving all of them. I think if you hit #save, but Retta's first Periscope was phenomenal. So always _ Retta if you find it and watch her first Periscope. You'll see what I mean by it. You'll see what I mean by that first Periscope of hers just being. And I know there's some others out there that need to begin to Periscope on a regular basis. I won't call any names right now, but they may have done their one scope and then it's been a month and they haven't scoped again. I need you to scope again. I need you to get back out here. Yes, and you're not by yourself, Retta. There's some others in here tonight that I know for a fact need to get back on Periscoping on a regular basis. Spreading your information and telling your secret story. Telling your secret story. Oh, look, the guilty party. That's one guilty party speaking up. Yes, Alicia, you're one of them that I'm talking about. There's another one in here that needs to stop Periscoping a little more. Yes, our voices are needed. Your secret story is needed in our community. Your secret story is not just for you to feel the release of the shame and the guilt that comes with telling it and saying it out loud to other people. But it also, I love you too, sis, but it frees other people that are around you. There are a number of tweets and emails that I've gotten with the blog posts that are on my website, thatanitalive.com, where people relate and they say, I grew up the same way you did, and I didn't realize just how many people experience family dysfunction. And I say, yes, it's very prevalent. We need to begin to tell our stories. Thanks for the hearts too. We need to begin to tell our stories more so that we can get into these families and begin to heal each person in the family one at a time so that we can work at resolving a lot of the family dysfunction that still exists. Like I said in the very beginning, I haven't been scoping regularly. I don't think I've scoped this week at all, really, because I have been working on some other products. I put a audio download on my website. Go to my website, thatanitalive.com, and download the Confidence Audio. It's about 20 minutes. Tell me what you think. It has 3 techniques to help you release fear and build stronger confidence so that you can take on your goals, so that you can build those dreams and leave legacies to these families that we have, these nieces and nephews that I have in there. Alicia tell Brandon I said, hey, I hope you all have a wonderful evening. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for listening, being here with me tonight, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Maybe not tomorrow. Tomorrow's Saturday. Maybe not tomorrow, but I will see you guys within the next couple of days. How about that? For sure Monday. For sure Monday. Retta, I will call you because you and I are hooking up on Sunday so I can do a, hopefully get some video in a video interview of you. I can't speak. He says hi. Hey! All right, Alicia. All right, Retta. Tiffany, I will talk to you guys later. Enjoy your evening.